Hello everybody, so I thought I'd do a quick update. Sorry, no face today. I thought we'd just have a look at my Cephalotus. Remember we did some leaf pullings. I'm sure it's been more than a couple of weeks now since they were done. They've been sitting on the windowsill over there with my wife's Phalaenopsis orchid and my Drosera schizandra staying out of any direct sun, which has been, I think it's the best conditions I can possibly create in the kitchen. I don't want to put them in the greenhouse. I think it gets too hot in there. I don't think they'd be able to handle it. So I haven't opened the lid recently. So what I thought we could do is have a quick look in there and see whether or not the leaf pullings have struck or have begun to strike. So they've started to produce roots and perhaps even new appendages such as new pitchers or perhaps rudimentary leaves. I can already see some of the sphagnum, the live sphagnum we put in there seems to have taken off quite nicely, so it's obviously enjoying the environment. It's very humid in there. It'll probably be hard to see detail wise, so I'll take some photos with my camera and we'll have a look with those. Now, so on first impressions, both of the leaves have remained nice and green. Now from what I read, if they had gone dark or they died off by now, then there was a good chance that they would have failed. So the literature I read said that if they stay green after 2 weeks, the likelihood is it's going to be successful and they will take. So I'm not sure about how to sort of show this. I'll hold up to the camera so you guys can see. So this was my smaller Cephalotus, one with the red pigmentation, and this leaf here was from my much bigger Cephalotus, which has the bigger pictures, which are almost purely green and it's much hairier. So I'm not sure whether or not this live sphagnum is really taking over. It's got no roots. I mean, it's a vascular plant, but it doesn't root to anything. So we can just lift some of that out for the moment. That can go back in. So first impressions. I'm actually going to go ahead and remove this leaf to see if there's any production of roots. I can't see any on there yet, although it's still nice and green. I can't see any radicals extending from the petiole of the leaf. They're still nice and hairy, they're nice and green. We'll have a look at the next one and see what's happening here. Right. Now I think I'm going to use my finger just to gently touch it to see whether or not it's got a piece of sphagnum moss. No, it was just a piece of sphagnum moss. As far as I can tell, that leaf has not started to root yet. I can't see any roots emerging from it, although it is still nice and green. It's obviously getting enough water out of the sphagnum, so we'll just pop him back in there, and we'll have to do another update at a later date because obviously this hasn't taken yet. These guys haven't started to root yet, so we'll pop him back in there. Make sure the petiole sits down, back inside the sphagnum. Make sure it's got good contact. Same for this one over here. Just gonna pick some of that dead sphagnum moss up and just pop it down around in there, and this one here. Just to make sure there's maximum contact with the moisture there. And we'll put, if anything, we've grown some very successful sphagnum moss because it looks great. We'll pop that back in there, like that, and just stick the lid back on there, and we'll have another look in another week. So unfortunately, no signs of root growth, no signs of new pitches yet, but it is still early days. So there's an update on the Cephalotus. Hopefully next time we do another one of these, we'll have something to sort of sing and dance about rather than just some removed leaves and some sphagnum. Remember, if you like these videos, you want to see them keep coming, don't forget to like and subscribe.